Bitcoin holding above 8,000 today, and crypto investors have their eyes on a few events next week that could give the cryptocurrency a boost. Who else but BK is at Plasma with a little crypto class. Beeks?
Yeah, it sure is. So we've got a couple things next week that I think people need to take a look at in Bitcoin. First of all, let's take a look at the regulatory progress. This week, we just had a home run grand slam from the SEC and CFTC on what the regulations are going to be here. Basically, they said there are rules out there. We're going to not stifle innovation. That progress could be huge for Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. Secondarily, and I think this could be the fuel for the catalyst next week, Wyoming, not that they vote on crypto positive bills, but they're introducing some crypto positive bills, stuff where tokens will be exempt from certain rules, make it easier for innovation to happen. That's going to be a big one to watch. And then there's a big conference next week in Dallas, Texas. Usually around these conferences, you get quite a bit of news coming out, generally pretty positive. The conference I just came back from, people were quite positive about this. Yes, things have come down a bit painful, but nobody stopped building on it. Nobody stopped investing. So let's take a look at Bitcoin itself, see how it's doing here and where we are technically. Obviously had this big drop down here. Last week I highlighted 7,900. We did a little bit of a dead cat bounce off of that. Now 5,900. That's where we got around 6,000. We got there the other night. That to me again looked like a capitulation move. And what's interesting is that's the support resistance area just before we had this huge run-up when Bitcoin futures were announced and everybody was starting to get into it. So from my eye, I think this one holds. I think you're safe, at least risk-reward-wise, to start putting money back into Bitcoin here.
All right. David Seaberg, what do you think?
Yeah, no, I agree with Brian. In general, I think the regulatory stuff is super important. It's very important just to make sure you can get that institutional investor at some point into this game. And I look at it and say, we saw sort of some deleveraging with some issues that occurred with Tether. At the end of the day, I think the names to buy are these protocol layer tokens. I love Ethereum. I think Ethereum is the one to own here.
Grasso?
The one thing that I own in the space is Overstock, and I own it because of its blockchain, and I think BK would agree with me. This is the way I play it. I don't have to bet on a coin. I bet on blockchain. That's the thing that's definitively not going away.
All right.
So really interesting stuff, guys. I think it's really, really important, you know, with this regulation stuff. I think we're ready for a bull market. I mean, we've been getting killed, as you can look at the graphs. I'm going to pull it up right now for the market trend. But it looks like we have the support, and we're having basically the market finally kind of recover with these regulation news. It's about time. Like I said, Bitcoin, it's going to be hard for cryptocurrencies to grow if they're not properly regulated and if Wall Street can't put their money into it. A big thing that I would be looking for is when there's specific SEC guidelines that will allow ETFs for Bitcoin to be made. And when the regulations are properly passed, this is going to eventually lead to those Bitcoin ETFs or cryptocurrency ETFs. And that's where I can see the market cap easily clearing over $1 trillion, if not maybe a couple trillion. So like I said, it seems like we're kind of getting out of the woodwork. We're, you know, it could go down a little bit more. So if you want to be conservative, you can wait. But I don't see the prices staying low forever. So I wouldn't put in all your money. If you wanted to invest, let's just say $100, maybe this is a good time to put in $20, $25. It's hard to time the market, but it's looking good for cryptocurrency, especially with the meeting next week. If there's more positive news, I see a bull market coming. So I'm really into it. I am a big believer. And another thing I wanted to bring up is our new little banner we set up for the channel. And I definitely want my audience, if you get a chance, check out KawaiCrypto.com. Valentine's is coming by. I think these stickers are really awesome, and if you have a significant other, you can, it's like less than $1 and you can use cryptocurrencies to buy it. And as you can see, we got Bitcoin over here, Ethereum, Monero, VeChain, and I mean, it's Mendy. I don't know if you've gone through our channel, but she's got a bunch of different stuff that she made. So check it out, guys. And like I said, I'm very bullish. But you know, be a little cautious, because I do think that the regulation meetings the U.S. government's having next week will be a litmus test. But long term, I'm not worried because I know, 6 months, a year, a couple of years from now, I mean, the market cap is going to be much, much larger than what it is today. And this might be one of the all-time lows. I mean, you might be looking back and like, hey, this was the opportunity to buy. But obviously, have a diverse portfolio. I would never put all my money into cryptocurrency. I would highly recommend checking out apps like Robinhood. You don't want to put all your money in crypto. I would definitely have like a 50-50 maximum. So if you got $100 in stocks, I would have $100 in crypto and vice versa. And obviously cash is king. You always want to have a decent cash position, because when these dips come, if you've already invested all your money into assets, and especially like the stock market when it just went down, you got to have cash to take advantage of those positions. So if you are going to be investing in cryptocurrencies, I think it's very, very smart to never go below 20% of your cash holding. So if you're invested 80% in cryptos and stock, don't go to 85%. I think it's very important, especially when there's these crazy bull markets. You got to hold some cash so you can buy the dips. But let me know what you guys think, and have a great Friday, and look forward to talking to you guys soon. Thank you.